Welcome everyone to Two Guys and Their Gym Talk Show. We are here every Monday. It's a weekly talk show and audio podcast. So Noelle and I will speak anything about health, fitness, and we hope to inspire you for life. Okay, we hope that at the end of each show we are able to add value to you. We're able to lead you closer to your fitness goal, and therefore we have multiple segments in our show hoping that we can inspire you with something. So welcome to episode 49. How are you, Noelle?
I can't believe that we're one episode away from episode 50. I'm doing great. I've been telling all my friends who asked me this week, like, how are you, Noel? How are you doing? How are you doing? I've been giving them the same reply. You want to know what it is? Say
What
yes.
is it? Yes.
I've been telling them, and it's so true. I've been telling all my friends that this new year actually feels like a new year. I don't know how to describe that sentence, but it's true. Because the past 2 years, New Year, Christmas, January, didn't kind of feel like it because, chaos, pandemic, world apocalypse, world burning down, whatever. But this year actually feels like it's a new beginning. It's a chance for people to do something different, and I'm feeling it. And the gym's not locked down, the gym's open. People are kind of ready to come back. I'm talking to a lot of people, but I'm doing great because I get to talk to so many of you who are ready to start. So many of you have put it off for 2 years and you all are ready to start. So to answer your question, Alvin, how are you? Like, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling the energy from everyone. And I'm so glad it's 2022 because the past 2 years almost never happened. But I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that this show is still going on. I'm glad that all of you are watching this and streaming in. And do us a favor, if you're watching this right now, my friends, whether on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram, comment below. We want to get to know you, okay? Don't just come and watch and then quietly go and disappear. We want to get to know you. Comment below, number one, where are you streaming in from? And number two, answer this question for us. If you are having a bad day, what would you do to cheer yourself up or make yourself feel better? Okay, so homework, comment now. Don't comment at on the show. Comment now. Where are you streaming in from? And what do you do when you're having a bad day? What would you do to cheer yourself up? Alvin, where are you streaming from? And what would you do if you're having a bad day? How would you cheer yourself up?
So I'm tuning in from Kajang. If I'm having a bad day, the first immediate thing I would do is go for a walk. I believe that movements create emotions, and I'm feeling demotivated, lazy, lost, all kinds of, I would say, negative emotion or maybe uncertain emotion. I'll just go for a walk. Rather than walking in my room or going out, I feel that when I move, kind of gets me feels better, especially with the fresh air and everything. So I go for a walk. How about you, Noelle? What would you do? I know
I love that.
today is a great day.
No, but I love that because, and I learned that from you, where you said that movement creates emotion. So I don't know anyone who would go and work out and feel bad after that.
Right.
Right. So that's so true, but that's not going to be my answer. So I'm Noel. I'm streaming in from Kuala Lumpur, TTDI. If I'm having a bad day, what I like to do is to watch visually something or to hear something, listen to something that's going to cheer me up. And very often it's just funny YouTube videos or something that, like, some marketing strategies or something like that. But I need something visual. So it's often YouTube. YouTube has this little snippet, not a 45-minute show on Netflix that's just too long to cheer me up. But yeah, I need to watch something or read something that's not heavy and not work and not politics and not news and all of that. So that's what I would do. I'm having a bad day, I would set time apart, like right there, and just watch something funny, something that makes me laugh, and that's it. And it just gives me some immediate relief. And of course, if I'm having a workout to start my day, it always sets the day up for success. If you start your day with your workout, chances are your day is not going to be a bad day. always going to be a good day. That's one thing already. So if you're someone who's having a lot of bad days, I invite you to start your day with a win. Could be a workout, could be a walk, like what Alvin suggested, could be a cold shower, could be waking up on time and not hitting the snooze button. It could even be waking up and making your bed, because you start
That's
your
right.
day with a win. So comment below. I want to know where you're streaming in from and read out some of your comments. And I'm gonna pass the time over to Alvin also to just let you all know like what we have in store for today. I'm excited about tonight's guest. I got to speak to her a little bit before this, and I'm like, wow, like this guest is on fire.
It is. She
she
is.
really is. I'm so excited. But over to you, Alvin. Tell our guests today what they have in store.
We have multiple segments. We're going to begin with our special guest segment. We have Aina already behind the scene, and I mentioned her name. Aina, I'll give her a brief introduction in a bit. We have a little show and tell where Noelle and I are going to show you something, share a story about our little show and tell. I think a lot of people is like, is it going to be food again? It's not food.
No, can't
Maybe,
eat this.
maybe. And lastly, we got Ask Us Anything. It's a segment where you post your questions right now that you want to ask Noelle or us or me. And it can be anything: fitness, training, business, mindset, lifestyle. And if we see a question on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn, all you have to do is comment below and we will have that segment to answer your question. So without further ado, I'm going to change our little segment here to special guest. Special guest is coming up in the banner. If you're watching on Instagram, what's happening? Because it's a special guest banner only on Facebook. What? And I am going to bring in our special guest. Hi, Aina.
Hi everyone. Okay. Let me. Wait. Okay.
Kejap, there you are
Yes.
on Instagram. All right.
I feel like I'm in an Oprah show right now.
You
You
are
are
Aina.
better than
And
that.
before that, Aina, maybe can I invite you to
Wait.
lower down the volume on
Okay.
Instagram, which is your phone. I'm going to give a brief intro. Who is this Aina? So for those who are in TTDI and those who are in Kajang will probably know Aina. Aina is from Kajang. Aina runs a gym called KAKIGYM. Why is it kaki? Maybe later you can ask Aina lah. Is it because Aina got big kaki or I don't know. Okay, and one thing about Aina is if you were in the same room with Aina, you would know it's Aina. Why I say so? At the end of this interview, you're gonna know Aina, okay? And you want to know her because she have a strong message to share with us about women empowerment, lifting weights, and you can see the message very strong across all of her social media. So this is someone that Noelle and I are so fortunate to have on our show, which is way past her bedtime. What time is her bedtime, Noelle? She shared with us just now.
8 o'clock, 8:30.
8 o'clock, 8:30. It's
8:30.
Aina's bedtime.
This is not the real Aina. This is Aina on La La Land or something. So
Okay.
that means right now Aina's gonna only give us the truth because she's only
Yes.
partially awake. I'm just kidding. But thank you for being here, Aina. And like Alvin was saying, like you will know when Aina's in the room. And this is my first time meeting you virtually, Aina.
Virtually.
And let me tell you that when I went into the backstage just now to set up, your presence can be felt. Okay, I don't know how to describe it, but yes, we are grateful to have you here. And I'm going to kick things off. Tell us, Aina, tell all of us, our audience, who you are, and what do you do.
I'm just a regular machi bawang. No, I'm kidding. Hi
What is
guys.
a machi bawang? Can you describe what's
Machi
a machi bawang?
bawang is where the lady who represent who just talk shit but do nothing. That's it. Okay. They're just like yappy. Okay. Anyway, my name is Aina Sakina, everybody. I'm currently working as a trainer, okay, and also a business owner. Very proud of it. And I actually not own lah. I would say that I run a gym in Kajang called KAKIGYM. Why is it KAKIGYM? Because it's like because we want to localize it like as like a tempatan, like a gym tempatan like that. So it's like a gym freak. So it's called KAKIGYM. But we do work out mostly on legs. because because we women, we do legs only, only guys don't do legs, so no lah, but we are a mixed gym. We're done not only just for women. Okay, so we've been running for 10 years, I must say, from
Wow.
2010. Yeah, 2010. But that's it. But I am just currently a mother of two. Okay, I just gave birth in 8 weeks ago, everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
And
So,
right here, she's in front of us.
Congratulations.
Our
thank
amazing.
you. Yes, that's it.
Yes. And I love that. And it's true. When she said about Kaki Gym, there's a little fun fact. When I was studying college, close to about 10 years ago, I was a regular goer at Kaki Gym. And that's where I met Aina. At time
Yeah,
after my class, and I'll go hang out at
we
Kaki Gym.
we know Alvin because Alvin always woke up, "Ugh," and like all the time we know Alvin Neto is in the house. Everybody, Alvin Neto in the house.
Alvin
We
makes
all
Oh,
know.
noises in the gym.
Wait, Noel,
What?
I met that Neto guy since I mean, like I met him since he was studying. Like, just a good boy. Hi, Aina. How are you,
Yeah, but my
Aina?
question is when he works. So look at him, like Alvin's posture. He's like such a quiet guy. If you ask me, I think Alvin is someone who works in the gym. If he works out, he's very senyap one. So you're telling me that he's the
No,
one who. Oh wow,
Alvin.
I learned something new today.
Everyone come to Kaki Gym always like be true to themselves. They never fake it. That's the thing about Kaki Gym.
Love it.
So Alvin workout, we can hear her. You remember?
let's keep it as that, huh? Let's keep it as
Okay.
that.
But that's one time he asked me to spot his chest press, okay? Which is I was
Ah,
so blurred how to spot that such a heavy chest press. Say,
ah.
Aina, can you hold my bar? Seriously, Alvin? Me? You don't remember Alvin, but I remember everything.
I don't. Amazing.
And then
Well,
and,
that's
and then what
why.
happened? So did you hold Alvin's bar?
Of course, to represent. Even though
Great.
I cannot even lift the weights, but I pretend that I can. But it
Love it.
helps. Okay.
Amazing. And that's why I go to Kaki Gym lah, because of you and everyone else.
Yes.
And moving forward, Aina, I love that you mentioned about Kaki Gym, about having both training male and female. And today's topic is about women, right? And my
Okay.
question to you is, why would women lift weights? Because we hear that, yeah, women, if we lift weights, we become bulky, nanti besar. And you are here training women lifting weights, doing lunges, doing squats, and you can take a look in your social media, right? So
Because
why should women lift weights?
women are too emotional, just put your emotional to lifting weights, seriously, like we think too much. Yeah, I mean, we can talk about physically benefits about it. Okay, definitely improve your bone density, you improve your mobility, which is we already have a good mobility, and then improve your flexibility. Woman, it's true, strength training can help improve your flexibility, honey. And for post people who are pregnant lady, they improve your mental health, also improve your strength. Okay, but the most reason, the best, I mean, what I've seen in my gym is strength training help ladies to boost confidence in terms how they look, in terms how they aging, in terms how they are apa tu, training. It helps in every way. So I think it benefits from what I've seen in my case is from a mother until um, nene, a grandmother. Strength trainings benefits them. And plus, it's the cheapest way to look good. Okay, you don't have
Yeah.
to do any surgery
That's
or
right.
any Botox. Also. No, betul,
Well
betul.
said.
Like
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, do you guys agree with me?
Absolutely.
agree.
Sometimes people, I'm sure people come up to you, Aina, you don't look your age, and the secret is
No,
really
no,
it's
I
your
look
your,
my
your
age.
training.
Okay, I look at my clients.
I
Okay.
don't know what your age is, but that's so true. Tell us, Aina, as in, and here's the thing, and I hear this from people also who want to come and train and start a program, especially women, right? They feel like they're being judged when they enter the
Mm.
fitness space because the if you look at all the materials, the magazines out there, it's almost kind of like a male dominated scene, and although it's not, but it seems like it. So therefore, that means the person who wants to lose weight, wants to build more confidence, they malu lah want to join the gym because they don't know what to expect. right? So what would you say if I brought you someone who's malu, never step into the gym, wants to lose some weight, kena bully in school, people make fun of her, this kind of typical person which is out there, scared, want to come to the gym, someone's going to laugh at her. What would your advice to be? What would your advice be to someone like this?
Well, I will ask them just to put on music and go play Adele song. Easy on me, baby. No, no. Okay, serious note. No, but seriously, if you guys are really malu to go to the gym, usually I just put on your earphones. Don't do any eye contact to people, and just do what you can. If you can ask, you just go. If you want to ask people, you ask. But sometimes the environment of the gym is very important as well, because sometimes when you go to the gym, you see even the cleanliness also, like when you see plates besepa, and then when you see all the bodybuilder, it can be intimidated, and I don't blame you. I've been to so many gyms, so I feel like, okay, I don't blame you if you feel like that. But if you really don't have a choice, where that's your nearest gym, or that's the gym that you can afford it, you put on music. Don't do any eye contact to people. Let's start with treadmill. So be it. Go on the treadmill. That's the only thing you know. So be it. At least you have your 30 minutes movement. Okay, that's me. But also to me, it's like you try your best to put on effort to find the best environment, the gym environment that you can find, you know. And it's not easy, but I'm sure there will be. Don't give up on that. Okay, that's my advice though. I just put on music, don't do any eye contact, wear my baggy baju, okay, so nobody will look at me, and just go focus with what I think. 30 minutes and that's it. I'm gone. Yeah. So
I
to
love
me,
it.
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and you mentioned about the gym. It's very interesting, Aina, because Noel's, I would say, slogan for
Mm,
daily muscle is
mm,
for people, a gym for people who don't like gym.
yeah. Yeah,
And
I
if
know.
come
It's
back to the
cool.
mindset, like when people think of gym, they assume that it's the bodybuilder lifting heavy weights, throwing weight around. And it's so nicely put because I've been to Kaki Gym. I was a member there for some time. And you make Kaki Gym a very inviting place and very similar to Noel. The
Mm,
perception of gym has always been like very hardcore, heavy lifting. And that's why today our topic will look at like females, right? They get
Yeah.
intimidated because they're not
mm,
aware, or the perception of lifting weight is always hardcore. Like we see in the magazines, the big guy with the
yeah.
Yeah.
protein and the big weights. That's
I
right.
mean, if
And,
Yeah.
for me as a business owner, like I see that as a problem. So to me, I that's why I sometimes hire people who don't have to have a six packs look. I hire obese people, so when they people come, they don't feel so intimidated. They say, "Oh, there's a girl who are obese but working in the gym," and
Yeah.
to me, it's fine. And even for me, I look at people like everyone have a capacity of learning, so it doesn't matter what your background is, no matter how you look, but if you have the effort to learn a new thing, even a fitness is not your thing, so to me it's okay. So sometimes a gym, the environment, like the front counter people, maybe having a people who are let's say normal, like not a six pack, not like a plastic surgery face, I don't know. So it makes people are more like, macam, it's not
Yeah.
bad. But sometimes we also get a harsh comment like, oh, you're working at the gym, but you are fat. We had that, definitely. But then it's my job to tell my staff, so be it, man. We are here. We are sell value. Like we give value to people. So that's
Yeah.
it.
I
love
Yeah.
love
it.
that you are inclusive. You care for the person who needs help the most.
Mm, mm.
And fitness should always be an invitation and never intimidation.
That's right,
Yes.
I'll
Noel.
I'll always remember
I
that.
love that.
Love it.
Whoa,
So for those
Noel.
of you, yes, Noel is ready with quotes when it all comes to this topic. So those of you who are in Kajang, you have to check out Kaki Gym. I'll put the link all below. And Aina, I got a question at the side. What is one of your most embarrassing moment in your fitness or professional career? Satu benda yang paling malu.
Yo.
Maybe I accidentally farted when I'm doing squats.
I think we've all done that. No one wants to admit.
No, but this one, people know that I'm farted, you see? So
And
I
then
don't
what you
know
did?
whether I say it's normal to fart and move on to my next rap.
Absolutely. Love that.
Love that.
Oh my god, I'm too much information. I don't think I should share that.
It's okay. It's all good. It's
I
all
just
good.
realized it's okay.
And the best
Okay.
part about it, our recording stays on Facebook. So those of you who are watching this not live later on can always ask Aina about that. And I'm going to put everything on Aina's social media in the
Okay.
comment sections, in the captions later. All stays on Facebook. Aina, is there
Okay.
anything you like us to ask you that we did not ask? Anything you like to say?
Um, which one do you guys think is easier to train, ladies or male or female? For both of you guys.
Ayo. Uh,
Wow.
I think women tend to have very different goals that run a bit more deeper. Guys tend to have more superficial goals. I feel okay.
Okay, okay.
The majority of people in my gym, 95% of the people in my gym are women.
Exactly.
And they are honest, they are authentic, they come in, they don't lie to us, they need help, they ask for help. Guys are a different species. They will eat something and they won't tell you,
Okay.
that kind of a thing. So different. I think they both have different needs, and it's just a matter of finding a space or a gym or a coach that aligns with them. I think it boils down to that. So there's no
Okay.
which is harder, which is easier. They're both different. I just think the coaches can always find who they want to serve more. For me and my team, it's always been we generally serve more women and their husbands. Uh, and
Yeah.
and we don't get the bodybuilders. We send them somewhere else because there are
Yeah.
gyms out there who cater for them. And I've
Yeah.
referred so many people to other gyms who help them. And it looks like you know who you cater for. Alvin
Yeah.
knows exactly who he caters for, and he attracts that kind of a tribe.
Mm-hmm.
And I attract a certain tribe as well. Great question. But Alvin, you want to answer that? Not an easy
Oh,
question.
I love it. I guess mine would be very subjective because I deal mainly on personal training. So every
Mm.
client, I need to connect with them on a
Mm,
personal level. I need to know them. I ask the deep questions. And I can say every client is difficult in his or her own way. And it is my job as a trainer to provide solutions to that. And I would say everyone is unique. Everyone have the potential to be a better version of themselves, both male and female.
Okay.
And it's all about time. So sometimes my clients say, why I haven't lose weight yet? Why guys lose faster than girls? Why girls do this? I say,
Yeah.
everything has its place, have its place, have its time. Continue to be patient, focus on what you need to do, and you will reach that.
Okay.
Yeah. Great question, Aina. Great question. And before we leave you, Aina, Noelle and I prepare something, and Noelle is going to fire you off with a little speed
Ah,
dating.
have you
Tadi
done
you
speed
mentioned
dating
about speed
before,
dating.
Aina? Do you know what speed dating? No.
No.
Okay, never mind. It's okay. Basically, I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions, and you're not allowed to think very long about it. You cannot go and Google the answer. You cannot. Okay, you gotta answer the first thing that comes to your mind. You ready or not?
Okay.
And
Okay.
this not rehearsed, not prepared. We didn't send you the questions in
No,
advance.
we did
Okay,
not.
Okay.
okay, ready? Yeah. And then after this, we let you go and you can go and sleep. Okay, sounds good. Okay, first question: 7 a.m. workouts or 7 p.m. workouts?
7 a.m.
Love it. What is one thing you must have in your fridge all the time?
Fridge. Milk.
Squats or deadlifts?
Squad. It's like
Dumbbells or kettlebells?
dumbbells. Kettlebells.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Pee. I go to pee.
Who do you admire the most?
Admire the most?
Dead or alive, who do you admire the most?
Adele.
I knew it. I knew it.
Huh.
Do you like running on a treadmill or running outdoors?
Outdoors.
Vegan burgers, yes or no?
No, no. No. Don't let
Okay.
me start.
Okay, we're not going there. Aina, if tomorrow you walk to your gym to open up, and
Mm,
at the entrance of the gym you found this big envelope, and the envelope has your name on it, and
mm.
inside that envelope is 10 million ringgit, and it says that this money is yours. It's not stolen, it's yours. You can't give it back. What would you do with that 10 million ringgit?
I want a new fridge.
How many fridge you want?
I want the one with the two doors, and then they
Okay,
like tit, 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 tit. Or maybe a Dyson vacuum. I'll buy a Dyson vacuum for that.
sure.
I'll buy
That's like
10
all.
Dyson vacuum for
Oh, 10.
KAKIGYM.
Okay, still that's like still under 30,000 ringgit. What are you gonna do with another
10 million.
9.9 million? What are you gonna do
Okay,
with
okay.
that?
I buy the KAKIGYM building, and it's mine.
Love that.
And I
Love that.
invest to my business, definitely.
Awesome. That's what I wanted to hear. Okay, if you were to write
Oh,
a
is
book
it?
tomorrow, if you were to write a book tomorrow, Aina, what would the title of that book be?
How I don't give a shit about my life.
Love it. Okay,
What is the first thing?
yeah, no, I love it. Last two
Huh.
questions. If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Live anywhere in the world with a clean toilet.
Best answer I've heard so far. Okay, last
You
question.
can be in the beach or the best place, but if there's no toilet, clean toilet, make you stress.
Got it.
Let's be
Okay,
practical, Heidi. Okay,
last question. You ready?
I'm ready, as
Okay.
always.
If you were famous for something, what would you be famous for?
I make sure people don't throw rubbish everywhere. I will be famous of that. I
Love
think
it.
if I become a prime minister, that's the first thing I'll do. If you take
That
care of your
sentence
rubbish,
for someone who throws rubbish.
yeah, I'll be prime minister. You guys better vote for me. I make sure. And everyone is compulsory to climb Kinabalu, Mount Kinabalu when I'm president. Y'all gotta see your country is so beautiful. All you go is just to go see Switzerland, you know?
Love it. Thank you,
Okay.
Aina. That was thank you for sharing straight from the heart. First thing
I
that
hope
comes on the top of your mind. Over to Alvin. Alvin has one or two other things he wants to
no,
say,
you were
and
like,
then
whatever, I know. You're so
no, I
lame.
love your
We
answers.
love you,
Look
Aina.
at all the hearts that were coming on the side. Look at
Yeah.
that. Look at that. Look at those hearts. Yeah, check that out.
Okay. I know. I'm
All
sorry
right,
I give you
Aina.
stupid answer.
What's
There's
that thing on
no
your head?
It's dinosaur. My daughter put it in my laptop.
Okay, Alvin.
I love
Yes.
that.
What do you have next for
There's
Aina?
no such thing as stupid answer, Aina, and we are honored to have you here. Thank you so much for your message. I'm going to put the link where all of you can follow Aina. If you're on Instagram right now, you just have to click on the top and you can follow Aina right away. Follow KAKIGYM. All her social media links will be on the Facebook version. Follow her and you can see
Or you
more.
can stalk me. You don't have to follow. Just stalk, 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 stalk. Macam mana
Yeah,
nak
it's
kurus eh?
public.
Macam mana nak kurus eh? Yee. Stress me out.
So what's the answer,
Oh,
Aina? Macam mana nak kurus?
I just double tap like.
Okay. So if you want to know how to get started with your fitness journey, if you're looking for an inclusive space in Kajang, send Aina a message. She's gonna help you out. Absolutely. Love that.
Thank
thank
you
you,
guys.
Aina. We love you and we'll catch up soon, okay?
Okay.
Go
Bye.
to go to bed, get some rest, and see you soon. Bye bye.
Wow. I love that we have so many emotion happening on Facebook and especially on Instagram.
I can't believe she says it's past her bedtime. She's like so full of energy.
Exactly. I'm not sure how she's going to sleep with that energy. And that's Aina. So when you are in the same room with Aina, you're going to know Aina. So right now, all of you who are watching this live, who is Aina? Yeah, you just have to check out her social media. And there's so much more of Aina you can explore there. And I leave that between you and Aina.
Yeah, awesome. Let's also just quickly scroll back. There's a bunch of questions and comments that came in earlier. But you know what? No one wanted to answer my question now. Earlier I asked what do people do when they're having a bad day. I don't think anyone answered it. Why? Okay, there's some questions in there. So hey, to all 15 of y'all watching this on Instagram and on Facebook, I think we have 12
That's
of
right.
y'all. Can you comment below? Number one is we want to get to know you, okay? Number one is where are you streaming from? Comment below. And answer this for us. If you're having a bad day, what would you do? Eat a tub of ice cream or go to bed or go for a workout. Alvin said let's not go for a walk. My answer was I would watch funny YouTube videos so I would laugh and immediately feel better. Those are our answers. I'm scrolling back on Instagram to see. Okay, Rachel answered earlier to say that she would dance, sing, go for a long walk, drink coffee, or sleep. Awesome. All 5 of those things works. Awesome. Thank you, Rachel, for sharing that. Penny's from Penang, and she would listen to Linkin Park songs. Wow, I love Linkin Park songs. I listen to it when I want to work out. So to me, it drives me. It makes me a bit more angry, but I love that for you. If you're having a bad day and it cheers you up. Few more answers. Oh, Kim said that she's from TTDI. When Kim is having a bad day, she would be with Kiwi the Rod, my dog. That's right. So where's Kiwi? Kiwi somewhere. Kiwi's behind the green screen right now. That's where she is. That's right. And actually, research shows that if you pet a dog or if you just be with a dog, it actually immediately reduces your anxiety,
Right. Or
reduces
hug someone. That's
depression.
right.
That's right. So and even with a dog, it's actually the same thing. So love that. That's so true. A couple more answers. Anyone else said anything? Scrolling back, lots of comments today, but and a couple of questions also that came in. We also had a Wadia Sabron earlier, who when Aina was speaking, she was here, and she said that she wants to be fit, and she will be 62 years old young next month. Awesome. Firstly, thank you for streaming in and watching this show, and that's an awesome goal, Wadia. I wish you all the best with that goal, and it's age only matters if you're cheese or wine. It's just otherwise it's all good. We have a Kai K Junior. He's asking a question. He said he started my gym. I think he meant he started going to the gym, but his diet always craving for things. How to stop the craving? Okay, let's talk about that in a while. I'm still scrolling back for a couple of questions. More questions. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you what. I love that there's a few questions in there. Can I just ask you, if you're still watching this, to just comment that questions in that. If you're watching on Instagram, to comment that questions on the little question mark icon that you see. That's going to make sure we don't miss your question and we can feature it. Meanwhile, we're going to move on to the next segment because I have to show you something because it's melting. It's melting on my leg. It's on my knee right now. And I'm going to tell you what it is shortly. But yes, over to Alvin, who's going to introduce our next segment to us.
Our next segment is as Noelle review. It's our show and tell, where Noelle is first going to show what you have there, Noelle.
Oh, I'm showing first now.
Share with
Okay,
us.
okay.
Go
Let me
for
take
it.
it up. Let me take it up. Let me take it up. So, okay, here it is. Okay, y'all will never guess what it is. Okay, it says, can you guess what it is? It says Flexi Pack. I'm showing it. It's Flexi Pack. There we go. Sure. I'm not selling this. In fact, I know where you can buy it from, but I don't know how much it costs. But I love this because, okay, firstly, what is this? It's an ice pack. An ice pack, right? So what do we use ice packs for? If you fell down and you twisted your ankle or you had a sprain, instead of taking the ice cube and wrapping in the cloth and putting it on the elbow, and you have an ice pack in the freezer at all times. In my house, there's always an ice pack in the freezer. In my gym, there's always an ice pack in the freezer. There's a couple of ice packs in there because you just never know when someone's going to twist something. And this is first aid, right? So what do ice packs do in the first 48 hours of your whatever injury? This can help reduce swelling. reduce inflammation, and just kind of keep things under control while you seek medical help. So ice packs, very useful. Now, normally ice packs, like I said, what people do is they take the ice cube, they put in the cloth, and then they wrap it, and then it doesn't have enough coverage. Because the goal is to cover, let's say you twist your ankle, you want to cover that ankle properly. So Kim has this secret, which is actually you just have to soak. Okay, if it's your ankle, you can actually soak your whole foot, your ankle, into iced water. That's the best thing that you can do. But what if it's your knee? Are you going to stand in knee deep ice water? Probably not, right? So and it's called a flexi pack because it's super flexible. So if let's say I sprain my elbow, my arm, and this really wraps around and make sure that the coal kind of gets to wherever it needs to get. That's all. Nothing, it's not magic, but my show and tell for today is that I'm very intrigued at such a product. It's plastic, you put it in the freezer, and it also keeps heat. So I believe you can microwave this, and if you need a heat pack instead, it also does the same thing. Now, this is not easy to get because what you normally find in the pharmacies is this. It's this one. This one,
Yeah.
it's like clay, and it's small. And when it comes out of the freezer, it's hard. So you have to lipat here, lipat there, and it doesn't really cover everywhere. And it's yeah lah, it's still ice or hot pack, but I found that this flexi pack is much better. Now the next question it will be like, so where do we get the flexi pack from? Oh, I got it from my orthopedic clinic, which is called Regen, because I had a bit of a knee drama and I fell down and I injured my knee. So this is the one that they gave me because I'm supposed to keep icing my knee twice a day. You're not gonna believe this. I need to ice my knee twice a day for the whole year. 1 year to recover
Wow.
properly from my procedure that they did on my knee, because you want to do everything to keep the swelling down, keep the inflammation down. So 1 year. So they gave me this ice pack and I love it. So I look forward to it. I take it out from the freezer, I put it there, I watch some Netflix for 30 minutes twice a day. And which is great because during my first 30 minutes of the show, while talking to Aina, I was icing my knee and it's very comfortable. That's how it wrapped around. You all didn't know. If I put this thing on my knee, it would have fallen off. So the other one was really nice. So that's my show and tell. I was very intrigued that there was this little fancy ice pack. If you want to get it, I'm not selling it, but I can direct you to where I found it. But that was my little show and tell. It's not food. That's the most important thing. It's
Love
not
it, Noel.
yeah.
Now that I don't have to use chicken breast to ice lah, because for us
No.
we always have proteins in the freezer waiting to be cooked. I'll just
Which
take out
also
our ice.
works, by the way, if you have nothing on standby. But yeah,
Yeah, and it's really cool. And you said flexi. Flexi means it's flexible, move around. It really covers the surface area, and that's the most important thing.
Yep.
Can't imagine a chicken breast and you're gonna put it on your knees. Not the best thing. Love that. Love that. And my show and tell is going to be quite related, but it's nothing cool. It's a toe separator. And I did one of these previously. However, this specific toe separator is something that I custom made myself. And you open the box, you can see there's a pair of toe separator. We call it toe spacer. Now, the purpose of toe spacer is that you put this on. This goes in between all your 5 toes, and it creates space in between your 5 toes. And the purpose of that is when your toes are spaced out, it activates all the muscles at the bottom of your foot. It creates more stability and more mobility in your toes. And there are actually a lot of muscles at the bottom of our feet that's going to help you with balancing. It's going to help you to squat better. It's going to help you if you have flat feet or fallen ankle. Wearing a toe separator, it's going to strengthen your feet muscles. And just this rubber, it's made out of silicone rubber. It can stretch. You just put it on. You wear it for 30 minutes or so a day just to keep your 5 toes apart. And if you just look down at your feet right now, if you have all 5 toes crammed up together, and that's probably because of the type of the shoes that you wear. you wear high heels, or we call it narrow toe box shoes, where you kind of compress your 5 toes together. Yeah. So you want this to spread them open so that you feel your feet in contact with the ground in anything you do, whether it's running, walking, lifting weights, squatting. That gives you more stability. So this is a toe separator. And when I custom made it, Noel, I realized that
How do you
there
custom
is
made your toe separator? So they take a mold of your foot?
no, I custom made it as in I wanted certain materials, I
Oh.
wanted certain size, I wanted it to be more like Asian, because a lot of toe separator out there are like Western. They're so big. Some of them they are big, so it doesn't really fit into.
Oh, you mean you
our.
custom made it for Malaysians, as in like not custom made your
Yes.
pair. You got a
No,
more
no, no.
Asian friendly.
Yes. Oh, my bad. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I went and made this, and it's right now in the beginning stage. So I'm like, hey, it's really, really cool. This is like the first batch that coming back to me that I just
That's
got
why
it
it's
in.
orange in color. It's your
It is. It
achievement. I was
is.
like, wow,
It
orange color toe
is.
separators. I've seen toe separators before, but I've never seen colored ones. I love your colored ones much better.
Yeah. So for those of you who want to give it a try, just send me a message. I'll send a box over. Give it a try. If you don't know what toe separator is, I'm going to put a link in the description. You can see there's a lot of articles on toe separator, toe spacer. And yeah, I custom made it. Really,
Wow.
really cool. I wear it on. I'm going to send you one, okay? And you put it on
Ooh.
with your eyes packed.
I'll be like this person in so much in need of help. Toe separator, ice pack, dog on my right. What else? Candle on my left. Like, yeah, so Noel inspiring.
Love
But yeah,
that.
love that. I love the color, Alvin. I love it. I have tried a toe separator before many years ago. I don't know where it went. But yes, there's a lot of benefit to wearing it. And if you're someone who if you want to just improve how you move, how you walk, improve movement, improve strength training, I think there's benefit in trying it. And it's not expensive. It's not like a 300 ringgit fix you have to do. It's super affordable. I don't know what the price is, but I'm sure something like this is not expensive at all and can have significant benefit to what you're doing, especially if you're wearing high heels all the time, if you wear pointed shoes all the time, where your toes are forced to be like that. You will see a lot of value and benefit when you start to forcefully separate the toes, because that's how your toes are supposed to be. You should be able to wiggle all your toes individually, but most of us can't. But yeah, wow,
Absolutely.
awesome! Thank you for sharing that. I had no idea you custom made that.
And it
Wow.
fits into our timeline of having a show and tell for episode 49. And that is our show and tell. Our next segment is Ask Us Anything, where we're going to go back through our little comment and see if there's any questions, and we're going to answer that. And if you do have questions, all you have to do is comment your questions below, and Noelle and I will try our best to answer them or guide you to the right direction. What questions do we have next?
Yeah, there's a couple here. Well, nothing that serious. I like this question. I'm gonna show this first. This comes from Mark Edward. I love it. What have the both of you all had for dinner? My answer is nothing yet. I bought dinner earlier. The plan was to have it around 8 something. Didn't happen. I'm gonna eat it after this. I bought some thing from there's this healthy healthy restaurant called Kobe's and Kale. They are very underrated, I feel, because I feel that they are really amazing in what they do. Their food options, so it's like a bowl. You customize the bowl. You want the proteins, the base, the carbs, the toppings, and the sauce, and it's great. I really love the options that they have. So I have that downstairs. So my dinner is some sweet potato, some vegetables, some baked fish, and some very spicy sauce to go along with it. What about you, Alvin? What's for dinner, or have you not had dinner yet?
I haven't had dinner yet. What's for dinner? I'm gonna head home and see what is in my fridge besides milk, Aina, and I'll probably just make something simple out of it. Yeah. So that's my dinner. That's going to be my dinner. Thank you so much for asking these questions. That is more on Noelle and my dinner is something first. But keep the questions coming. Anything fitness, nutrition, lifestyle.
Love the questions. Keep it coming, everyone. You gotta tap the question mark icon below. This comes from Kai K Jr. He started my gym, meaning I think he started going to the gym, but his diet is always craving things. How to stop the craving? I'll tell you a few things on my mind, and then maybe Alvin, maybe he might chip in a few things. Um, I guess it depends on what are your goals. If you want to gain weight, if you are if you are training because you want to build more muscle. So when you train, your body needs fuel, right? So when you're training, you're going to need more. I think where people neglect sometimes is they don't eat properly. You tend to undereat, you don't consume enough protein. So when you undereat and don't give your body what it needs, it can sometimes manifest in cravings. So that means you restrict, and typically, you see this with people who want to lose weight. They restrict so much because their friends say don't eat rice. Somebody else said don't eat after 6 o'clock because it automatically come to fat. Someone else said they have to do intermittent fasting. They have these 10 rules that they're all following, and their diet becomes so restrictive. They do great for 10 days, but they are craving. They are like so hungry. You're hungry because you are so restrictive with what you do. And then what happens? It just completely backfires, and then you just eat everything and you trash everything down the drain. So my advice to you would be just to relook what you're eating. Are you getting enough carbs? Carbs are not bad. Are you getting enough protein? Are you getting enough sleep? Um, getting Not getting enough sleep has actually been linked and proven to cause cravings. The very next day, even when you don't get enough sleep, not rested, you will automatically end up eating more if you're not tracking what you're eating. So good on you for starting a fitness routine, but just look a little closer at your food intake, your water intake, getting enough protein, getting enough sleep, because these could be the underlying causes of your cravings. Otherwise, that's all I would say. I don't have a very exact answer because I don't know exactly what your training is like and what your routine is like. That's just based on my experience with what normally people go through when they say that they have food cravings. What about you, Alvin? Do some of my clients come to you and said, "I'm craving for this and that," and what would you normally say to them?
The first thing I would do is I'll send them a list of articles written by Precision Nutrition to get them started with. So I'm going to put the link to Precision Nutritions where they come up with very easy to understand articles, and I feel that these are foundation of nutrition that everyone needs
Mm.
to read and needs to be aware of. So start off with that, which I'm going to put the link to that on the Facebook version, and that will give you a very good big picture in terms of approaching nutrition in a very effective and sustainable way. You want the word sustainable because fitness journey, your fitness goals are not 6 months, but more of a lifetime process. So you want to make sure that what you are doing right now, especially Kai, if you are starting your gym or your nutrition, is you want to start strong and finish strong. You don't want to start fast and finish halfway or so. Okay, so precision nutrition is my go-to. I'm going to put the link to that. And
Mm.
addition to that, I have to agree with Noelle's points in terms of looking at your food. And when you make one changes, always come back to review it, see is it effective. For example, like Noelle said, get enough sleep. Start sleeping earlier and then review back after 1 week. I've been sleeping for 6-7 hours a day, and I realize my craving has been reduced. Check, move on. So when you have that kind of mindset and checking on yourself, that leads you to success. If you don't know how to check, you can reach out to us with more details. You can seek a fitness professional nearby to you to get you going. All right. With all of that, I'm sure you are setting yourself up for success. Great question, especially right now in the beginning of the year, Noelle. All of us are kind of like starting a new journey or restarting our engine. So these are very, very useful tips that I'll share with people, and I believe you share with your clients too. It's like, hi, you not only want to start strong, but also finish strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love that. And it's a lot of questions that we get are always tied to food because that's what a lot of us struggle with. So it's, and sometimes very often people tend to focus so much on exercise and training. And yes, exercise is and training is very important. That's what we all do when we join the gym. But don't forget the sleep and the recovery and the goal setting and the motivation and your support system and your nutrition. Those things support your training. So very often we neglect all of that and focus so much on the training. And when something goes wrong, we don't even want to look at all these other things that are happening. So uh, Alvin's suggestion on especially precision nutrition, they have so many articles that are very easy to understand. So do check out those links or Google them, because that will get anyone off to a good start on some of the basics. Thank you for mentioning that, Alvin. That wasn't the first thing on my mind. We have Alexandra who was sharing. She was on our show. Was it last week?
Yes.
Alexandra, that's fine.
Alexandra
Alexandra's
and
here.
Charlene.
There we go. And the question for today is, what would you do if you're having a bad day? How would you cheer yourself up? Alexandra is saying that she would watch Modern Family. There's this show called Modern Family, or she would work out, which is absolutely right. That would help. Mia Nua saying that she would watch Netflix or go to bed. Okay. Um, we have a Hassan Said who says, if you have a bad day, talk to a fitness god. I'm not sure who Fitness God is, but talk to God. I'm sure it always helps. And Sumita saying that she's from DJ, I think, Dhammasrajaya, I think.
Yes,
Uh,
that's right.
she has Sumitra streaming in from Dhammasrajaya, and she will go running. Workouts always help. And usually I can run really long. And journaling, love that. That would definitely help. Sarada is streaming in, and she's saying that when she's having a bad day, she go for a walk or spend time in nature. Love that. And actually research shows that when you spend time in nature, as in like the green and the outdoors and the sunlight, you actually get a health benefit from that. Thank you for sharing that. Scrolling back. Yeah, that's it. That's a few of the comments that we saw. Some comments here saying that they love Aina for being spontaneous and her candor. That's right. So yeah, so we're nearing the end of our show, my friends. If you have any other things that you want to ask us, just comment on that little question mark that you see if you're watching on Instagram. If you're watching on Facebook or LinkedIn, or if you're watching the recording at some other point, at always just comment below or send us a DM. We'll be happy to answer your question, if not right away, in a future show. Over to you, Alvin. What do we have next, or as we wrap up for the day?
We're going to wrap up by saying thank you all so much for your questions. Keep them coming. If we don't answer them this week, we are going to answer them in our upcoming episode. And all the links and resources mentioned in today's live will be on the Facebook version in our page. So hop over to the Facebook. You can see social media links to our special guests and the articles that Noelle and I mentioned. And do follow us on our social media, especially on Facebook, because when we go live or when we post anything, you get instant notification. And our invitation to you is, if you're watching on Facebook and Instagram, Facebook and LinkedIn, hop over to a little after party. After party is something Noelle and I just have an unrecorded, yes, it's not recorded, it doesn't stay there, short chit chat sessions after every episode. So Instagram, the handle below. And without further ado, Noelle and I thank you all for your time being with us every Monday, episode 49. And next week, Noelle, is episode 50. As you mentioned earlier in the beginning, I'm thinking, wow, we're
Yes,
halfway through
episode
100.
50. Everyone who streams in is getting an iPhone 13. Have you heard?
I want to stream in for an iPhone 13.
Oh, we are. We're both streaming in. Okay, y'all heard it out. Everyone streams in wins an iPhone 13. No lah, but we're gonna give you something. So tune in next week. We have a couple of surprises coming up, as always. But we're excited. Thank you for being here for 49 episodes. But we are excited. So yes, um, head over to our Instagram, where the after party is where all the real questions come out. Can I tell you all that? People shy to ask the questions because it's recorded, and then they come on the after party on Instagram, they ask the real question. So if something that you were too shy or embarrassed or weren't sure or thought it was a bad question and you wanted to ask it and you wanted to just chat with us, just head over to our Instagram. Otherwise, we will see you next week. Stay in touch. Have a great rest of the week. It's still the energy of the new year 2022.
Yes.
If that makes you motivated to sign up for the gym and whatever, and you haven't done it yet, just do it, ride it. Your friends may be saying, don't New Year's resolution, go gym, don't be a loser. No, don't listen to that piece of advice. If you're feeling motivated at January and you want to do something for yourself, just do it. Don't care what people say. You do it for yourself. If January is what
Mm-hmm.
makes you go to the gym, so be it. Screw what the other
That's
people
right.
say. So with that, we're gonna leave you and see you on Instagram now. Okay. Have a great week ahead, my
Bye.
friends. Thank you for tuning in. Bye bye. Good night.